We are currently on day 2 of our travel back out west. Yes, hello. This is my co-pilot here. He is the true co-pilot. But we are heading from just outside of Alexandria, Louisiana into Texas, right before Dallas. And today will be the first day that we try dry camping in our current rig. Hello, buddy. Hello again. So we are currently stopped in a Walmart parking lot somewhere near Shreveport, Louisiana. So we like to stay in Walmart parking lots for lunch because we can usually park on like the random far side of the parking lot, push our living room slide out so we can throw the cats in and they can like chill for a minute, drink some water, eat, whatever. And then my husband can take a break from driving, and then we can usually, if we stop at a Walmart, we'll be able to make lunch, or we can run in and grab lunch or grab anything we're missing. So that's really nice to be able to do that and have the space to park the camper. So today was just a peanut butter and jelly day, so nothing crazy. And then the husband ran in to buy some more eggs because we're running out of eggs. So not bad. So plans have changed. Instead of stopping at the rest area, we are stopping in a Walmart overnight. So we're gonna give that a shot. And yeah, we'll see how that goes. So we did pull in and we're tucked towards the back, so like we're not in the way of anything. And we are on like the garden side of the parking lot, because usually like the garden entrance closes sooner than the regular market side. And it's not, Walmarts really aren't 24-hour anymore either, so it's not like you'll have a lot of people here at random hours. And we did pull the slides out, but we're contained to like one row of spots. We're not taking up the whole, like both sides of the row. And we might pull the slides in before we go to sleep. I'm being weird about it, about pulling them in versus leaving them out. But they're technically fine. So we'll see how this goes. And currently, after a day of travel, the solar panels are reading at 80%, which while we're traveling, like during the day, they power, like we don't leave lights on, but they power, the slides, they power anything on the DC circuit. So while we're, like right now, they're powering lights, and then it powers the fridge, and the water pump we're pretty sure, and I think the tank heaters. Unsure about the tank heaters. And then our Blue Eddy that has the chest freezer in it is at 80%. And then our other Blue Eddy that the camper is hooked up to for dry camping so that we can power the AC circuit. That one we have not turned on yet because we don't need it yet. So I will check back in with y'all tomorrow and let you know how it went. Hello, good morning from the Walmart parking lot in Canton, Texas. It was actually a pretty good night of sleep. It rained a little bit. It didn't get too cold. I think the low was 41 degrees outside, but our propane furnace, we set to 52, so that if it got too cold, we wouldn't freeze, but also then it was not likely to kick on. So some specs for like our batteries and how we did power-wise, dry camping in the Walmart parking lot. Our house batteries, when we went to get in bed around 9 p.m., we're at about 84%. And when we woke up, they were at 66%. But the only thing that we are charging, like using the house batteries for during the night, was the fridge. We had all the lights turned off, the water pump was turned off, so it should have just been the fridge and then maybe some phantom draw, but nothing crazy. Our Blue Eddy AC 200 was at about 71% when we went to sleep, and it was at 59% when we woke up. And that just has our chest freezer, which is right behind me, right here. And so that pulls about 56 watts every time the compressor kicks on, and it doesn't kick on that often. And then to power the whole camper for a while when we were eating dinner, to watch a little bit of TV, and then to charge the house batteries through the converter, we started with about 100 or 98%. It wasn't like a full 100, but we ended up about 79% after watching like 4 episodes of that 70s show. We had the AC circuit plugged in, which had about 150 watts of phantom draw, we noticed. We had the converter on so that it was charging the house batteries. So overall, we were pulling about 500 watts per hour. So that got down to about 79%, and then we kicked on the generator just to charge it back up. Also, just to test it, we hadn't used the generator to like seriously charge up the Blue Eddy yet. Within 11 minutes, it brought up the Blue Eddy back up to 100%. Because we had 1.8 kilowatts coming in from the grid, which was the generator itself, and then we still had the converter on, so it was pulling about 600-ish watts out while it was charging anyway. So that was crazy fast. Did not expect the generator to do that quickly, although math says it will, but seeing it is different from just doing the math. So overall, pretty good. Would highly recommend doing that again. So tonight we're heading to Vernon, and we will plan to camp in the Walmart there and see how that goes. But first stop leaving here is Buc-ee's. There are quite a few things that I love at Buc-ee's. 1 being their breakfast, 2 being their bathrooms, 3 being their iced coffee, and 4 being their t-shirts. I am currently wearing a Buc-ee's t-shirt at Buc-ee's, and I almost bought another one, but I did not because I have like 5. But if I see it again, I'm gonna buy it. So we'll see. But next we are driving through Dallas because usually we go around and take 635, but that is like, there's a total shutdown on 635 for construction, so we're not even gonna bother with that. So see you on the other side of Dallas. So, good morning. It's the next day. We were gonna stay in the Walmart parking lot in Vernon, Texas, but as we were looking for a spot, we kept seeing signs that said no truck or trailer parking. And if you've ever camped in Walmarts or know about their camping policies, corporate Walmart is very open to RVs parking in their parking lots, but the ultimate say is up to the manager of the actual location. So we couldn't end up staying in the Walmart, and we got a campground instead. However, there was a campground literally right next door to the Walmart, but it's great. I mean, they gave a Good Sam discount or a AAA discount, and their nightly rate was only $45, so we ended up all said and done with our discount, $41 with tax for full hookups, and their bathrooms are actually very, very clean. But today we are planning to head to Santa Rosa, New Mexico. But there is a little bit of weather coming our way. So it was supposed to snow like a tiny bit, like less than like half an inch in Santa Rosa this morning. Tomorrow, Gallup is supposed to be getting a lot of snow, which is where we're going next. So what we're thinking is staying 2 nights in Santa Rosa to kind of avoid the all-day snow on our Gallup travel day, because while the snow is very pretty and I enjoyed driving through it in just a truck or my RAV4, I would like to get there with the camper all in one piece. So we'll see how that goes. Interesting change of plans. We ended up staying an extra night due to weather and snow and whatnot, so we are now heading out towards Gallup. So through Albuquerque, we've got everything set up. Our sewer hose was frozen this morning, so that was a new one. It wasn't bad.
The valves were frozen.
the valves were frozen. But Bobby did great. He got it done. He fixed it. What would I do without him? So on to Gallup. Here we go. We just woke up and had breakfast in Gallup, New Mexico. We drove in yesterday and the roads were fairly clear because the sun was all out and it looks so beautiful with the snow on the ground. But last night it did get to 0 degrees. We stayed warm, but we didn't hook up water or sewer. A, because we didn't feel like doing that in the snow, and then B, it was supposed to get so cold that we wanted to disconnect it anyway, so we didn't really need it. But we did connect power. So we had the fireplace running, and then we had the propane furnace set pretty low. But the fireplace will hit this thermostat that's right here and kind of artificially inflate it. So the furnace wasn't really kicking on. So it got to be a little burr, but we survived. And it was good practice for dry camping in Moab tonight. But tonight the low is supposed to be like 25 degrees last time I checked this morning. So, you know, I think if we can do 0 degrees, we can definitely do 25. Back on the road. We ended up staying a few extra nights in Gallup, New Mexico, and then last night we stayed in Page, Arizona. So we took the southern route instead of trying to go through Moab, because Moab was pretty kind of cloudy, so we probably wouldn't have done anything anyway. It was cold, yes. Plus, Highway 6 to get from Moab like through the canyon and whatnot was getting slammed pretty good with some snow, so we were worried about